So this video, I have already done the overlay, the filing, and the buffing, and the shaping. I'm getting ready to apply a base coat. My favorite base coat is from Bioseaweed. It is absolutely amazing. I use it on both acrylic and natural gel nail manicures. This base coat literally stays where you put it, which allows the client to have long-lasting gel on their nails. I'm going to do this on each nail, making sure that it's all the way pushed back to the cuticle, as well as covering all of the sidewalls. It's very important to make sure that the sidewalls are covered to make sure that you give a nice clean look at the end of the polish. It's really important to make sure that you clean up the sidewalls in case you get polish outside of the nail bed, because once it's cured, it's going to be really difficult to try to clean that up after it has hardened. So it's vital that you clean it up, whether you use a cleanup brush or sometimes I just use my fingernail just for to be really quick with it. I'm going to shift over to the other hand and do the same thing. Wiping off the nail bed, any excess acrylic that may be lying around, make sure you peel that off so it's not getting in the polish. I do wipe it off with acetone just to make sure that it's dried, completely dry before I put on the base coat. Don't want any oils on the acrylic because the base coat will not stick. It's also important to get any dust out of the cuticle area so that when you're painting, none of the dust particles are picked up on the brush and therefore going into the bottle and therefore contaminating the bottle. And now you're going to have a lot of bubbles and little pieces of lint all over the nail because it's been contaminated from the dust from the nail bed. See, lint. Sometimes lint gets on the nail bed from the polish and I just scrape it off and paint over it. You don't want any dust, hair, bubbles in the base coat because it will definitely mess up the polish. There's the cleanup brush, which is necessary when you can't get to it with your finger. A cleanup brush is always necessary. This is Love in the Bear by OPI, one of my clients' favorites. It's a light pink, almost sheer, but very, very faint and very, very, very pretty. We're going to do a really thin layer as the first coat, making sure we apply it to the cuticle area as well as the side walls. I always go back and double check before putting my client's hand in the light because, again, once it's in the light, there is no moving any imperfections from the sidewalls or the cuticles. So definitely make sure you recheck your client's hand before it goes into the light. We're going to do the same thing on this hand, making sure we are polishing the sidewalls as well as getting as close to the cuticle as you possibly can without flooding it. So I'm going to go back through and do a second coat of this polish. Applying it directly over the first layer and capping off the edge. When using the brush, I dab the brush in acetone to clean up the sidewalls to give it a nice crisp look. Gonna do the same thing for this side. Painting the polish all the way back to the cuticle, making sure you cover the sidewalls. Again, this was Loving the Bear by OPI, and thank you so much for watching.